If you have large pores, I am about to save you years of trial and error. In the next 8 minutes, I'm ranking every single method that people swear by for shrinking pores, from actually works to complete waste of time and money. And the most important part of this video, the number one thing on my list, most people don't even connect it to pores. They skip this every single day. All right, that's better. Welcome to my library. Now I have one specific tip near the end that if you wear makeup, it is genuinely going to change how your skin looks on camera and how it looks in person, and nobody talks about this. So make sure you stick around to the end because I'm saving the biggest one for last. Now let's jump into this. Now real quick, because you do need to know this, your actual pore size is mostly genetic. You cannot shrink a pore. What you can change though is how big that pore appears. And there are really only 4 things that make a pore look bigger than it is. 1, it's filled with oil and dead skin, which stretches it out like a balloon. 2, the blackhead inside is propping it open. 3, the collagen and elastin around the pore has broken down, so it's literally sagging open. And number 4, hormones are spiking your oil production, which just loops you right back to number 1. Every method I'm about to talk about either works on one of those 4 things or it doesn't work at all. That is our scorecard for this entire video. So let's clear the deck first. Here's what I want you to stop doing if you're trying to reduce the appearance of your pores. Myth number 1, steam opens your pores so that you can clean them out. Listen, pores don't have muscles. They don't open and close on command. Steam can soften what's inside of the pore, yes, but it does nothing to change how that pore looks long term. And that's what we're worried about in this video. It's not harmful, right? It's just not a real strategy to shrink your pore like people say. Now, myth number 2 is cold water and ice closes your pores. It's the same problem, it's just in reverse. Cold causes a temporary skin contraction. Yeah, that lasts maybe 15-20 minutes, but then you're right back to where you started. So if splashing cold water on your face actually shrunk pores, none of us would be watching this video. We would all know this is how you fix the problem. Now, myth number 3, pore strips. And I have a big problem with these. People say that pore strips clear them out for good. So pore strips actually just rip off the very top of a blackhead. It's the dark part that you can see, but the actual plug, the deeper stuff, the core of that blackhead is still in there. That pore is gonna refill within a few days, and then you're gonna have the exact same problem. And that repeated trauma of ripping that off can actually damage the area around the pore and then make it look bigger over time. Now, myth number 4, astringent toners shrink pores. That tight, tingly feeling that you have after using a toner, it's just a sensation. It is not a transformation. A good toner can balance your skin, sure. It can be good for a skin strategy, but for a pore strategy, it's pretty poor. And myth number 5, drink more water and your pores will shrink? No. Drink water for 100 really good reasons, right? But pore size is not one of them. There's no study showing that hydration magically directly changes your pore appearance. Drink water for your kidneys. Drink it for your overall hydration, your skin hydration, but don't drink it to shrink your pores. Okay, slate's clean. Now here's what actually works. Now today I'm going to be ranking everything from B tier, which is helpful, up to S tier, which is a game changer. Now we're starting with B tier, and the first one on this list is salicylic acid cleansers. Now salicylic acid breaks down the oil and the dead skin inside of the pore so that it doesn't get stuck in there. It's very useful. Now you can use this once or twice a day depending on your skin sensitivity, and that's a pretty solid maintenance. It's not going to dramatically transform your pores by itself, but it will keep them clear so that they're not propped open by blackheads, which will minimize the appearance of your pore, right? Now if you have sensitive skin like mine, using salicylic acid every day or even twice a day it's a no-no. It's going to wreak havoc. So what I like to do is to use a gentler cleanser most days and then bring in that stronger salicylic acid maybe a few times a week. Now I use the All Clear Mint cleanser from Banish. You can use whatever cleanser feels best for you and then test out how your skin reacts to a little bit of salicylic acid and move up from there. Now next on my B tier is niacinamide. Now the research on this is very solid and it keeps getting more solid. Niacinamide reduces reduces the appearance of pores by regulating oil production and improving skin elasticity. 2 to 5% in a serum, used daily. It's cheap, it's gentle, almost no downside as long as your skin tolerates it well. It's not some miracle, but it is a nice, solid foundation that you can continue using in your skincare routine, and most people really don't talk about it enough. Now moving up to A tier, the first one on this list is a weekly chemical exfoliation with glycolic acid. Now this is an alpha hydroxy acid, and these are fantastic for your skin. This is where we get a little bit deeper than just a daily cleanser. Now, glycolic acid is one of the most studied, most proven exfoliants for skin texture and pore appearance, and it's a chemical exfoliant instead of a mechanical exfoliant, which would be like a scrub. This is going to be gentler on your skin, but it's also going to be more effective. So a salicylic acid cleanser works on the oil inside of the pore daily, where glycolic acid resurfaces the entire top layer of skin once, maybe twice a week. Again, as long as your skin tolerates it well, right? You don't want to overdo it. So this is taking off that top layer of dead skin, it dissolves it, and then it also stimulates that collagen and elastin so that you can regrow it, and you can also slow down the degeneration of it from, aging, from the sun hitting it. You want to keep that collagen and elastin strong. Now, you've probably heard me talk about glycolic acid before. This is one of my all-time favorite skincare ingredients ever. When you use it, you immediately feel a difference. This is because a lot of us walk around with a layer of dead skin cells on the top of our skin that really never get taken off. Once you put this on, leave it on 5-10 minutes, and then you wash it off, you immediately feel a difference, and you can actually see the difference. So this is why, for me, I've never stopped using this for years. The one that I use is the pumpkin enzyme mask from Banish. You can use my code, it's Brian5, to get you a little discount. Link is below, but you can use whatever one fits best for you, but please put an alpha hydroxy acid in your skincare routine at least for a week or two, and then come back, because you will thank me. And do not use physical scrubs. Do not use St. Ives apricot scrubs or walnut shells. They will rip your face up, create micro tears, inflammation. It sometimes leaves you with bigger scars. I could rant on that all day. Use a chemical exfoliant. Okay, next on my A tier, retinoids. This one is huge. Topical retinoids, adapalene or Differin if you get it over the counter, or tretinoin from your dermatologist, but they do 4 things at once, and these are really important things. They speed up your skin cell turnover rate, they prevent clogs, they thicken the skin structure underneath, and they stimulate new collagen. All of those things are things that we want. Over 6 to 12 months of consistent use, retinoids will visibly change your skin texture and your pore appearance more than almost anything else that you can buy. And word to the wise, please start slow. 1 night a week, then 2, and build up. The reason why is because some people are sensitive to retinoids, and so they'll have this initial breakout period, right? Or they'll have redness. And for a lot of people that will go away. For some people, it just never goes away, and so you just can't use it. But most people, your skin will get used to it. But always moisturize after, and always wear sunscreen the next day, because that skin cell turnover rate is up and you are getting rid of that top layer of dead skin cells. So you have less protection from the UV rays. They can hit those deeper layers of your skin, but that means you need to protect yourself more. Now, all of this brings us to our S tier. And are you ready for this? This is the most important thing you can do for your pores: daily sunscreen. SPF 30 or higher. This is the single most important thing for the appearance of your pores, and it's the thing most people don't even connect to pores at all. Now, UV exposure breaks down the collagen and the elastin, which is the scaffolding around every single pore in your face. When that scaffolding fails, the pore loses its shape, and then it gapes open. You can do every serum, every mask, every retinoid, but if you're not wearing sunscreen every day, especially if you are outside, but even if you're inside, wear the sunscreen, you are actively undoing the work, right? So the biggest difference between people with tight, smooth skin that looks good, the pores aren't big, they look almost non-existent, and they're in their 30s, maybe they're their 40s, right? It looked fantastic. And the difference between people who have stretched, textured skin, it's daily sunscreen starting when they're young. And you might be saying, oh, ship has already sailed. The next best time to start is today. So if you take one thing from this entire video, take this. Wear sunscreen, please. Now, a few honorable mentions before we wrap up. Professional treatments like microneedling, chemical peels, certain lasers, all of that can accelerate everything we talked about earlier, that restructuring of collagen and elastin. So if you have the budget and you want faster results, find a licensed esthetician or a dermatologist you trust and try those. My next tip, just stop staring at your face an inch from the mirror. Please, nobody, and I mean nobody, looks at you that close, okay? This is a mental, not a physical tip, but it matters. And here's the thing that I was talking about earlier with the makeup, which I know a lot of you guys skip to the end just to hear this. Listen to me. This one is genuinely life-changing, right? My wife wears a lot of makeup. So if you wear any kind of foundation or powder or setting product, skip the shimmery and luminizing finishes. I know that dewy look it's awesome. It looks really great. But listen, if you are struggling with the size of your pores being visible, those shimmer particles, they literally catch light inside each pore and they help to spotlight each one, right? It's like having a bunch of reflector panels inside of each pore that lights them up from the inside, makes them easier to see from the outside. Switch to a matte or a satin finish and your skin will look much smoother in each of those scenarios. Even better, use a silicone-based primer. That's what my wife has taught me. But use that underneath. That way you can fill the pore optically before any makeup goes on. And then this single swap is going to make a bigger visual difference than any of the other products I listed if you've been struggling with this and you've been using shimmer products. I'm not exaggerating. Try it tomorrow. Come back. Tell me in the comments. I know I'm probably not a makeup master. My wife is. I'm learning a lot from her, but trust me on this one. And the last thing is try to manage your breakouts. You know, every pop pimple, every extracted blackhead, it all leaves the pore stretched out for weeks while it heals, which then increases the appearance of that pore. So if breakouts are your real underlying problem, I built an entire program for this called the Acne Method. It literally walks you through step by step, finding your specific cause of acne, and then gives you an actionable plan to fix it at the source instead of like most acne products, which is just trying to address the symptom, but never actually stopping the fuel that's going into those pimples. So link is in the description if you want to check it out. All right, now I want to hear from you. What's worked for your pores that wasn't on this list? Or what have you wasted money on that you wish somebody warned you not to, right? Drop it in the comments. I read them all, and make sure that you thumbs the video up if you enjoyed it and subscribe if you haven't already, because I put videos out like this every month. And remember, you are not alone, you are beautiful, and you are part of Team Acne. I'll see you in the next video.